Hello, everyone. Welcome to the cottage. I'm Joey, the Veiled Cottage Witch, and today we're going to do a reading for Lammas or Lughnasadh, or however that you pronounce it. If you celebrate it, it is the first of 3 harvest festivals in the Celtic tradition, or in the Wiccan tradition, or in any tradition that you wish to celebrate the 8 Sabbats. So we are going to do a spread that I found. Got to get my spread notebook out. So this one, I'm going to use my Spirit of Nature Oracle that I've not used on this channel before. And then I'm going to use my Druidic Tarot. I absolutely love this deck. I did a review on this channel and I'm absolutely in love. So what we're going to do is draw a card for the first harvest, and it's going to be what we are currently harvesting, the fruits of our labor, so to speak. The second card is going to be what we are giving thanks for, what we are grateful for. The third card that we'll be drawing is the Scythe card. This is going to show us what needs to be cut away or what we need to release. And then finally, the Future Harvest card is going to be what action we can take to ensure that our next harvest will be abundant. And then we will draw from the Spirit of Oracle card, a Spirit of Nature Oracle, for a message from our guides. So that's what we'll be doing today. If that sounds good, stick around. So I love this. I have several OM decks, but this is so unique because each tree has a face in it, and they have their own personalities. So you can kind of see that face in there. Sorry, some are upside down. Some are grumpy, some are happy, some are a little bit hard to find. So yeah, this is kind of working with the green man, or the nature spirit inside the trees. So I think this is a wonderful way to get in touch with nature and to find out kind of what nature is saying for this first harvest. So I'll be reading from the booklet on what exactly that message is. So we'll be doing that for our message from Spirit. It'll actually be a message from the Green Man. So we'll set that aside for now. And we'll have our Druidic Tarot. Got my handy porcupine quill. All right. Let's do this. What are you guys going to do for Lammas or Lughnasadh? Are you going to have a first harvest ritual? I know we are going to have a small gathering, and we're going to have lots of food to eat, lots of carbs, lots of bread. I'm going to be making a strawberry rhubarb bread and a Southwest chicken chili that's going to knock your socks off. We're also making corn dollies. So these will be the ones that we take with us and bring back at Samhain. So that will be fun. We'll throw them in the fire at Samhain. All right. Let's get our 4 cards. That middle one is hot for me. And this is 1. Oop, there's a wicker man. 2, 3, and 4. And then we have, I'm going to scoop these crystals back. And then we have 1 tree, spirit of nature, 4 in the middle. I was hoping one would just come out. Of course, they don't do that when you really want them to. Nothing works perfectly like that, right? This one's pulling me. All right. All right. And let's zoom out just a little. All right. Okay, so the first card is the first harvest, what we're harvesting right now. And it's the 5 of Wands reversed. Look at that. Upright, we have the wicker man, and everyone's standing around. And this is a little bit of a chaos card. Nobody wants to kind of take delegation. And here is the wicker man on fire, but they're still standing around like they're not sure what to do next. But because it is reversed, we are harvesting the idea that we have got our shit together. Yes. We know what we're doing. We're finally getting our ducks in a row. All that chaos from the past few months, from the past few Sabbats, the past few months are finally behind us. And we can start to organize ourselves and get our lives together and get ourselves organized and start to make sense out of the chaos that we've been through. We've got a little bit more order. We've got a little bit more discipline now, and we're finally getting things put together. And because this is a fire card, because it is such a card of passion and will and drive, we now know what all of that chaotic energy is meant to be focused towards. So now we know what our goals are, and now we know how to push those in the right direction. So this is what we're harvesting. This is what we're gathering together. We're gathering our thoughts. We're focusing our energy. We know what we want, and we are planning and making strides toward that. So that is awesome. For me, all 5s in the minor arcana, when they are reversed, are release cards. So we're finally getting focused. We're finally getting the willpower and direction going towards what we want. So that's beautiful. That's awesome. That's where we want to be. So giving thanks. This is what we should be grateful for. And it is the moon reversed. Look at that beautiful card. Don't you love this deck? Because the moon represents the unknown, the shadow side of things, the path that is not lit up. We've got a lot of secrets. We've got a lot of things that we can't always see ahead of us. because it is reversed and because we know what we're supposed to be doing, that path ahead has light to it now. It's like walking down a road that you know doesn't have street lights. All of a sudden, the street lights come on. You can see the path ahead very clearly now. And you know the direction you're going. You can see what's ahead. You can see the goal. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. So you need to give thanks for that because you did that. You did that. You focused your goal. You focused your will. And now you can see where you're going. Celebrate that. Give thanks for that. Be grateful for that. And you have no one to thank but yourself because now you know the path ahead. And all of these people here are your tribe. These are all of the people who have supported you on your journey. And they have helped you shine a light on your path. So you can also be grateful for those around you that have helped support you on your spiritual journey. So you can be grateful for those too. But thank yourself too, because you did all the work. So, but yeah, you did all the work, but they were there to support you. Beautiful. Love this. I'm loving this reading so far, you guys. Loving it. The Scythe is the death card, and I think that's hilarious because when I do cord cutting spells for myself, I always put the death card on my altar right next to my spell because it helps me cut away what no longer serves you. And no better card is that than the death card. Because it's reversed, you are cutting away the fear and the resistance to that change, to that transformation. Upright, death is, that major transformation that you have to go through to begin again. It's all about cycles, renewal, rebirth, right? When it is reversed, you're resisting that. But this is something that you're cutting away. So you're cutting away that resistance, that fear, that block that's blocking you from changing, from transformation. And that is something that you're cutting out. You are no longer afraid of that change, afraid of that transformation. You are looking it dead in the eyes. You're taking it by the hand and you're saying, let's do it. Love that. Perfect. Yay. Loving this reading, you guys. You've done a lot of work and it's showing. So I hope you know you can congratulate yourself on this. You've done a lot of personal alchemy. A lot of personal alchemy. Finally, you've got the future harvest. This is what action you can take to ensure your next harvest will be abundant. And you've got the 9 of Cups. What a wonderful card. This card speaks to me of gratitude for what you have. Being grateful, being happy, knowing that you are blessed and counting those blessings. Being living in the moment and saying, looking around and saying, God, look what I have. Look at all the blessings that I have. Look at all the prosperity that I have. Look at all the love and just sheer bliss that I have all around me. Look at that full moon right on top of her head. She is reveling in her happiness. This, if you can keep this flow going, then it is going to ensure that The next harvest is going to be plentiful. The next season is going to be good for you. The next phase in your life is going to be great because you're celebrating yourself. You're celebrating your accomplishments. You're celebrating all the wonderful things in your life. You're grateful for how far you've come. You're grateful for everything wonderful in your life. You're counting your blessings. You're doing everything right in order to ensure that things are going to keep going in this direction. Look how happy she is. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I love this reading. All right, and finally, this is Baith Birch. This is the first tree to come up in the spring. I know this tree so much. I'm still going to read the Green Man message, but this is what I've learned about birch. Birch is, look at the face. There's the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. You see it? Yes. This is all about new beginnings, but it's also a boundary tree. So from here on out, the way you keep your happiness is you set those boundaries. So that's my advice. So let's get the advice from the Green Man himself on this. Okay. The Green Man wisdom says, a good beginning leads to a good conclusion. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, and it goes on to say, beginnings are always important, as are the ways we approach any new task. Good preparation and a willingness to lay the ground on which we will build are every bit as valuable as the eventual outcome. The Green Man's wisdom here is specific. Make a good start, and whatever you are undertaking will end well. This means paying attention to the moment of inspiration, which the Celts called Awen, and following this to a satisfactory conclusion. Traditionally, birch was used to drive out evil spirits and return to sanity those who had become mad. Its calendrical association is with the beginnings of the year and with the sacred festival of Samhain, hence its connection with making a fresh start. The birch is always one of the first trees to flower in the spring. The presence of this card in a reading indicates the need to rethink and to make the beginning of any new enterprise a clean and fresh one. Yes, love that. So let's recap. Your first harvest, what you are harvesting, the fruits of your labor, is that you're focusing your will. Finally, you are getting all the chaos is falling away, and you're finally focusing your goal towards your passion. Card 2, what you should be giving thanks for is the light that's lighting up your path. The work you did here is finally giving you clarity along your path. And you can give thanks to yourself and to your spiritual tribe for that. The scythe, what you need to cut away, you cut away the fear of going into the next phase of this journey. Cutting away of all that does not serve you, because you are ready to be transformed. You're ready to head into that next phase of life. And what action you can take to ensure your next harvest will be abundant is to stay in that state of gratitude, of counting your blessings, of thanking yourself and celebrating yourself for making it through all of this. And the birch, new beginnings and boundaries and fresh starts. And well begun is half done, as my favorite Disney witch said, Mary Poppins. So this was your Lammas tarot reading for the collective. Please take what resonates, leave the rest, and please check out all my information down in the description box. Please give this video a like, share if you'd like other people to experience this, and ring that bell if you'd like to have notifications of other videos that I'll be putting out. And live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.